What up, Kev?
What's up, man? You're making me feel tall.
I know. Why does this seem so low? I'm gonna actually do this.
Yeah,
Now it's
go
like,
old school.
there we go.
That was a power move right there.
Here it was. It's like a one-handed adjustment without knocking the thing all across the living room. Perfect. Perfect.
Man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Fantastic. First show of the new year, 2022.
Yeah,
starting out just like the last one.
Well, my keyboard just died, so that's one way of starting this off. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, every celebrity in the world just died too, by the way. So hey.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's that. Rest in peace, Sidney Poitier.
Mm-hmm.
God, man, the list just goes on and on. There's too many to name. Betty White.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Betty White. John Madden. Bob Saget. John Madden was a trip because they had just given him, like a celebratory kind of documentary, and he passed shortly after. It was sort of like one of those things where
these celebrities need to stop. They need to tell these people stop getting ready for me to die, because they were doing the same thing for Betty White. She was about to turn 100.
Exactly.
Nope,
Yeah, it was
good.
like,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't celebrate me when I get that old. If provided I make it, don't celebrate me, period. It's not worth it, regardless.
I don't think we have to worry about either of us, being celebrated.
Kevin,
what we need to celebrate is this not new sweatshirt. You got to know that your head is big when the elastic just goes, nah, I'm good.
Well, I don't know if you did a lot of drinking on New Year's, but that collar did. That collar is drunk. That collar is lit. Collar is gone, bro.
This collar's been doing yoga. It's very flexible right now.
Listen, man. Let's do a really quick old head energy check. A couple things I've had to do since we last recorded. One of them is I had to enlarge the size of my cursor, my mouse cursor.
Wow.
And put the little control things so when you press control you can find where the mouse is, because I was actually losing sight. So this is what's happening. Old head energy is truly happening, and I'm actually at the point now where heartburn after drinking beer. I'm there now, officially. So lot of new developments, or old developments, I'm not sure, but they have gone down. Have there been any, this is opening question, any old head energy developments over the past month or what has it been, about a month since we've been on air?
No, best shape of my life.
Perfect.
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Awesome. I am losing my sights and my ability to drink beer. So
actually there is one, and it's very sad. I know this is sort of a mirror image situation scenario, but this is my right middle finger. So this is the most important finger. I have some sort of tendon issue. It's keeping me out of the Australian Open.
We are we're
my middle finger is fully vaccinated, and yet
we are mildly off the injury report, just barely off the injury report, but we are here, y'all. Rap Sucks Radio. Kev, man, we got a lot to talk about. You ready to get to the other side, man?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kev Sakota.
Playing hurt.
Officially playing injured. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Once again, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. It's a new year. It's 2022. You know what I'm saying? 2022. Thank you guys. For those of you guys who've been sticking around with us, this is what, year 4? Is this year 3 or year 4?
It's been a long time, man.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. So we are official like a ref with a whistle, if you want old school statements or whatever. You can catch past episodes if you haven't heard us over the past couple of years, right? You can catch past episodes on or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And you can also catch us on television on BTSN, that's Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on Behind the Scenes Network or BTSN, and we are right there with plenty of other dope content. BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network, we want in. And I will tell you over the course of the next couple episodes about investment opportunities within BTSN. So, keep your eyes and ears open. They're going to be relaunching. It's a big year. It's a big year for BTSN.
Is it gold?
So
are we going to tell people to invest in gold? Forex? Reverse mortgage?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I definitely have some Forex investment advice for you guys. That is right. I do still work at the liquor store, but invest in Forex. This is how you get rich quick.
God, this sweatshirt is terrible. As I'm looking at it, I'm not a very vain dude. I don't get into the mirror very often, but I tell you, I would take this sweatshirt off right now. But you know what? It's hiding a T-shirt that's even worse.
There you have the old head energy.
Yep.
There you have.
Yep.
It.
You gotta know. You gotta know when to cut your losses.
Or that. Yeah. I don't even want to get into it. I'll pull some T-shirts. I had to throw some T-shirts away before we left for Hawaii. I was like, okay, now this has been around too long. This is like the world's oldest acrylic shirt. It has to go.
Do your kids find the holes in your shirt and just poke their fingers through?
They don't, but they could have in some of these cases.
Daddy, that's your skin. Yeah, okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Yo, speaking of things that should have been thrown away by the beginning of the new year, we have moved on every year. I should have said this before. Every year we change the title of the show. We went from Out Here Tripping to Gotta Chill, etc. So this year, Kev was going to introduce our new one that we'll roll with for the remainder of the year. Kev, go ahead, man. Tell them what it is.
The person in our inaugural episode of the year 2022, our Lord, who is hella buggin'. That's what it is.
Hella buggin'.
Hella buggin'.
Hella buggin'.
Hella buggin'. The Vainglorious MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is hella buggin'.
Hella buggin'. The Vainglorious MTG. The topic title for this is it's kind of a two-part thing. I wrote this. I didn't get clever with this. Kev is normally the kind of clever writer of the show. I just couldn't, Kev. I just named this a complete dumbass.
I think that
works. And apparently Twitter knows that she's a dumbass too, right? So the reason for all this is Marjorie Taylor Greene, who we call the Vainglorious MTG, called Kwanzaa, quote, a fake holiday created by a psychopath. Followed not for similar reasons, but shortly after her Twitter just permanently suspended her for 5 strikes of misinformation. The source for both of these situations is thehill.com and New York Times. Players involved in Marjorie Taylor Greene, Twitter, college Republicans, and a war on Kwanzaa, of all things. Of all things. We can't have nothing. Can't have nothing in this show. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia, responded to a tweet by the conservative group College Republicans on December 26, wishing people a happy Kwanzaa by belittling the holiday. This is what she said in quotes. She said, "Stop. It's a fake religion created by a psychopath," she tweeted. Kwanzaa is actually not a religion, for those who do not know. It's just a cultural holiday and a celebration for African Americans. It was created by a professor at University of Long Beach or Long Beach State, one or the other. I don't know how it's stated. But anyway, a professor at Long Beach that it never meant for it to be anything other than a celebration. It actually wasn't even meant to replace any particular holiday. It was just a celebration for Black Americans. So there's that. Greene continued to state that the college Republicans were pandering to an audience to gain support. She says, quote, "You aren't bringing any new voters. You are turning them away. People are tired of being pandering and BS." The college Republicans did not respond to this at all. They just instead just started retweeting a number of additional Kwanzaa-related tweets from other conservatives because it's not that big of a deal. Following this, Twitter permanently suspended Vainglorious MTG's account. after the company said she violated its COVID-19 misinformation policies, she tweeted out that there was a false report about extremely high amounts of COVID vaccine deaths. She included misleading chart. Yeah, it goes on and on. But she's an idiot, Kev. Go ahead. Take over.
By the way, shout out to Fizz. Happy New Year, Fizz. And he pointed out to us that our podcast shows up next to like Ben Shapiro.
Yes.
I don't even think I responded because I was trying not to engage on any social media platform, even when it was totally warranted.
I had actually blamed you for it. So, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
that is so
I
funny.
Responded to that. That's hilarious. So I can't figure out if I love that or I hate that.
I'm not sure either. It's absolutely hilarious because I would love for any conservative person to click on our show like, oh, it's going down. Rap Sucks Radio. Like they would buy all into it. Like, you know what I mean? The title and everything. They don't get the title and it'd just be like, I hate this show and I hate it. So.
Oh man, the war on Kwanzaa. I tell you what's wrong? What's wrong with this demon seed?
Man, attention, dude. Attention, right?
Is that what it is?
It just seems like it's got to be attention. It's just probably the biggest idiot. I think
she's making a lot of money off of this too, though. I think fundraising.
Oh God, yes. Oh well, fundraising. Shout out to our wonderful politicians for that fundraising thing.
Fantastic, great way to run things.
I feel like she's going to do this for she's going to go hard in 2022.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I feel like she's been, we've yet begun to deal with the Vainglorious MTG.
Yeah,
she's just winding up at this point. So,
and you sort of you mentioned it in your opening there that since she made this statement, she actually got kicked off Twitter. Mm-hmm. Completely, like permanently banned, at least her one of her accounts, right?
Yep.
Which is, I wish it would have been awesome if this tweet was the fifth strike.
I wish it was.
Like if you got kicked off Twitter, like you got kicked off by Black Twitter.
Because Black Twitter will get rid of you. Black Twitter is the mob of the internet, fam. You cannot get away from Black Twitter.
And how? Yeah. If you can't bait a group of college Republicans into a full scale Twitter beef, you don't deserve Twitter anyway. You're not doing it right. You don't know what you. Come on. And how do you get 5 strikes? The 5th strike sounds like the 12th worst Bruce Willis movie of last year.
Listen, you got to work hard to get 5 strikes on Twitter. God, dude, going on Twitter for like a day, like, just check out what's going on, man. And I'm like, oh, this is the asshole of the internet. Like, this is where it all puckers up, buddy. This is horrible. Twitter is the worst place on the internet by far. No, not a porn site. No, none of that. It's not porn, not anything else. The worst thing on the internet is Twitter. That is where the worst human beings are. There and YouTube comments. Those are the two. You don't want to be nowhere near those places. Warn your kids.
Man.
Yeah. If the metaverse becomes a thing where we all live in this, we all can live in this virtual reality.
Twitter is the G train of the internet.
It's God, dude. God, it would be like that Mad Max movie. That's what Twitter is in the metaverse. It's like the rogue creatures walking around killing things. It's a horrible place. To get kicked out of there. I would literally, that would be my last tweet. I've been kicked out of better places than this.
You sound like the drunk girl getting kicked out of the bar.
That's exactly it. I've been kicked out of better places than this. Let's stumble out or be drug out by the bouncer. Have I told you my one of my top 5 worst fears? Is okay.
I'd like to hear all 5 of them, but take your pick. Dealer's choice.
It's funny. Brain aneurysm is one of them, and then when it showed up on the show Archer, I was like, "That's crazy that another person actually has that ridiculous."
Well, fear. It's a cartoon, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, the writers probably do have that fear. But, okay, have you ever
I think
seen...
most people have that fear, by the way, so don't try and show off here.
It's mine, all right? What are we doing? Why are we taking stuff away? Taylor Green is trying to take Kwanzaa, and here you are.
Let me not marginalize. Yeah. As a African American man, let me not marginalize your medical concerns.
Listen, okay. Have you ever seen somebody get kicked out of a club? Right, usually
yes.
a guy, and how the bouncer drags him by the back of his collar or lifts him up like a child, like. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. That is, and they walk you out on like your tippy toes. Mm-hmm. That is one of my worst fears ever. Was to be drugged out of a club by a bouncer like that. And I would never cause an issue for it to happen, but I just feared that someone, like one of my friends, would do something so stupid that I would be trying to break it up, and then I would be the one to get drug out by my collar in front of thousands, so what would feel like thousands. That's actually one of my top 5 worst fears.
I don't think you have anything to be afraid of.
Oh, I'm good now. No,
I definitely don't have anything to be afraid of. That's the one great thing about being a small dude. They can turn around and be like, I'll leave.
Hey, the person that won't, I don't want to drag this on, but the guy that just won't leave the club, I'm like, dude, there's nothing special here. Just leave.
There's nothing for you here.
There is
nothing left for you here, buddy.
And he's usually my age, like, just, I refuse. What about my drink? It's like, dude, it's so watered down. Just go home. It's all right. Somebody take him home.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. All right. Let's get on to topic 2, Kev.
Okay.
Topic title written by my man Kev. Non-fungible toots. I tried to work funk into here somehow, but fungible or fungible is better. Reason for this one, Kev told me this story today on the phone, and I haven't stopped chuckling about it ever since. So
it was on our most trusted source, so you know it's real.
Well, yeah, insider.com is where I get all of my news. Of
course.
Listen, a reality star who says she made $200,000 from selling her farts in mason jars is pivoting to sell them as NFTs. The players involved are Stephanie Matto, glass jars, and what Kev defines as brown gold. Good grief.
I think that's moderately racist, but go on.
All right, so Stephanie Matto, 31 years old, made headlines around the world when she announced that she'd have to retire from selling her farts in jars, as she says she was hospitalized while trying to keep up with the skyrocketing demand. What? Wait a minute. Wait, that first line it's over. I don't want to read the rest.
That's a big first line right there. They're really swinging for the fences on that first line right there.
Wow, that is impressive.
Coming out the gates strong, guns hot.
She was hospital. All right. Her first batch of 97, God, make it to 100. Come on, round numbers. Each selling for $500. Ended up selling out instantly, she said. The second shipment selling for $1,000. Also sold
red
out.
Tops.
Wow. Right? A former star of TLC's 90 Day Fiancé said she made around $200K from selling her bottled farts to her fans, but doctors have advised her that her excessive windbreaking was taking a toll on her body. That is absolutely not true. A customer of hers who asks only to be referred to as John. Oh, man.
It's a good name.
The name John just suffers. All right.
It does.
It does.
You want to feel sorry for people named Karen? Come on.
Yeah.
Let's look at the real victims here. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, man. Yeah, just a prostitution ring gets busted, and it's just a bunch of Johns. Like, damn, if my name was John, I'd be irritated. All right, shout out to my brother and my dad. So the guy who wanted to be referred to only as John, told Insider why the product was so appealing to him. He said the 43-year-old financier, who said he spent $1,000 on 2 fart jars, explained that it helped him feel a sense of closeness to Matto. Said I have a lot of fetishes, obviously, John. And one of them is that I like the smell of a woman. I like all the smells, he said. Motto said that over the holiday season, orders from devoted customers like John flooded in. I knew I wasn't going to fulfill them, but I tried anyway. She said one morning she had 3 large servings of protein shakes and several bowls of black bean soup to help meet the demand. She said, but she started to feel unwell with sharp shooting pain in her chest and heart and decided to go to the ER. This, I want to stop reading because I feel like I've been reading too long, but this is compelling. This is riveting. You know what I
mean? You can't stop. Once you begin.
Yeah. This one kind of drags you in. As gross as that may be, you know. Doctors diagnosed her with severe gas pain, Motto explained, and advised her that her windbreaking was harming her body. She says, in quotes, Kev, I had to rethink my business model because I knew that smelling my farts in this way was just not something that was selling my farts in this way was just, both.
Two different things.
Was just not something that was physically sustainable for me.
Kev,
instead of abandoning the business, Kev and audience,
yes,
Motto told Insider that she decided to pivot to selling her farts as non-fungible tokens.
Thinking outside the box. Or the bottle.
Right? Oh, there you go. Insider, outside. Gross. Now, Motto is, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name, by the way, is hoping to carve out a space in the NFT world with her unique fart art. There's space for everybody, she says, in quotes. She said during a phone call with Insider.
It's right there. How come fart art? Isn't it just fart? It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it is. But a nice t-shirt, fart art. And kind of blurb art in the farting. Okay, anyway. Motto said that she's confident that this latest venture will be a success. She said, I'm very good at turning my into gold.
Oh, man. It's the same thing Kris Jenner says.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Remember when he ran for governor?
Which one? Oh, Caitlyn?
Caitlyn Jenner. I'm sorry, you mentioned Kris Jenner, but it just reminded me that Caitlyn Jenner, in our lifetime, ran for governor.
Yeah, well, if he ran for governor, he might have won. She ran for governor, and she took a L.
Right. But did actually get votes.
Of course.
We don't have a call-in line, but anyone who voted for Caitlyn Jenner, please call into the show somehow. Find a phone number and call it. I just want to know why you would.
You mean Larry Elder doesn't already have your number?
He probably does. He probably does.
Because he didn't vote for himself.
Sure didn't. And he was out after they used that, man. He was like, "I am going." You want to talk about a highlight or low light of 2022? It was Larry Elder getting beat up. and
right up until
quitting.
Right up until this moment in the podcast, that conservative person who decided to branch out for 2022 was like, "Oh, they got me."
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Your conservative podcast, Rap Slugs Radio. All right, Kev, man, I did a lot of reading. I did not allow you to get your opinion in on this, man. How do you feel about
lady
Motto's fart art?
Hey, man, she had a supply chain disruption. She was on the show 90 Day Fiancé, and I have a feeling she didn't even make it through the first afternoon.
Oh God, no.
What? I want to know the science behind how she did this, because that I feel like there's some sort of trade commission or consumer commission violations that went on. There's no way that this was happening in a scientifically accurate way.
There is no way that woman farted in any of those jars. Maybe 2. You guys bought.
You think it took her 95 to misses and then find the last 2? She actually fired them. through the uprights there.
Somebody was like, "Are you actually farting in the jars? Just sell the jars."
She has integrity. At least she was trying.
Go to whatever, some joke store, if those still go on Amazon, get you some fart smell scent and put it in every jar.
Oh yeah. At any point over the last few weeks, by the way, have you thought that maybe you had COVID and then somebody farted and then you just felt an overwhelming sense of relief?
No, that is not how I figured that out. But if you're asking,
there's a shortage of testing.
Yeah, fart. If you're asking at any point over the last week, have I thought I had COVID? It's like ever since COVID dropped, ever since COVID hit the streets, I've been like, I have it.
Super COVID.
Wait, I don't have it. Yeah, it's like I'm like, oh man, I'm a little tired, man. COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's COVID XP. COVID. It's like I avoided COVID 95 and COVID 98. This COVID XP
right.
though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
They keep wanting to update itself.
You got it. COVID ME is when it all goes down. The world's worst. That has to be the worst operating system of all time. Period.
I forgot about that. Windows
ME.
Windows ME.
That was awful. That was really bad. That's when Apple took over. People were like, you know what? You guys don't even care. You don't care what you're selling me. All right, let's move on to topic 3, Kev.
Okay.
Kev, I like
this. This is exactly like 2021. Oh, and 2020. This is all the same topics.
If you've listened to this show for long enough, we keep the formula. We don't. No, you get. It's like in and out. It's going to be the same thing every time you go. We keep the formula solid.
Or gaseous.
We did spend. Right, I was going to say we spent 15 minutes on farts though, which is close to a record for us.
Well,
all right,
we could do better.
We could.
Still young.
We still have plenty of time. It's all in 2022. All right, so topic 3 is titled "You Need to Rosa Park Your Ass in an Empty Seat." Good job, Kev. Reason:
Thanks,
the
bro.
California woman accused of invoking the name of Rosa Parks before she is alleged to have assaulted a passenger aboard a Delta flight last week. Wait, what? What just happened? I didn't even look at this topic. Has acting credits on the TV shows Baywatch and Married with Children.
God.
Don't ruin Married with Children for me.
She got an IMDb page.
This fool invoked the name of Rosa Parks. All right. Anyway, source for this is NBC News. Players involved are Delta Airlines and sharp historical references. Let's see. The woman's name is Patricia Yannette Cornwall. She's 51 years old. She's from Pacific Palisades, and she worked as an actress and entertainer. She landed roles on the small screen and was an NFL cheerleader with the then Los Angeles Raiders. Let's not do this. Let's not do this to my squad. All right? We don't need this.
Taste of John Madden.
Right? Okay. The assaulted passenger told authorities that Cornwall made the Parks remark to a flight attendant as she returned from the bathroom. Okay. The flight attendant asked Cornwall to find an open seat until beverage service was completed, the complaint says. Cornwall, in all caps for some reason in this article, responded to the flight attendant, "What am I? Not who am I? What am I? Rosa Parks? What's the deal with
What am I? Rosa Parks?"
I don't know if that accent comes from Pacific Palisades, but the complaint says the passenger believed Cornwall's comment was inappropriate, and he responded to Cornwall that, okay. He said that she isn't black, and this isn't Alabama, and this isn't a bus. I mean, okay, listen.
Yeah. What if it was?
Was
though?
that the argument? Was that the argument, though? Right? I don't know. Okay. As the argument escalated, Cornwall and the passenger hurled insults at each other. She then struck the passenger with a closed fist, striking him about the head and causing visible injury. According to the complaint, which adds Cornwall then spit in the passenger's face and head area. Now that's, that's where you. I don't know about the spitting. I feel like my self-control can maintain through a punch from a failed actress and former Raiders cheerleader. I feel like, all right. I wouldn't necessarily like it, but I'm not going to drag her up and down the airplane aisles and for the fun of it. But once the spitting starts,
you got to go for the extra point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'll make it through that one. I don't know. There's got to be a choke out or something. I got to do it in a way. This is the thing, because obviously hitting a woman is not the move. But the sort of choke hold I'm trying to restrain, but I'm also putting a lot of force hold is probably the best response to that one. Just so you know that if I decided to, I could shove you into the toilet in that bathroom. But I'm a gentleman and respectful, so I'm not going to field goal punch you into the pilot's chair.
Yeah, I mean,
spitting is disgusting.
By the way, I think the passenger who was talking to her, I didn't know that he had said all this, but I believe he's a black dude. So
yeah, but he
fraught.
Still made it.
It's fraught.
It's a facile argument.
It's fraught.
It's a ridiculous argument. It's the most. Hey,
when she's going to jail, if he hits her, he's going to several jails.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean,
he's going to like a jail world tour.
They're just going to move him to different jails.
Yeah.
This is the Alabama jail. Remember you mentioned Alabama?
How you doing? How you doing tonight, Cincinnati?
For real. Yeah, but God,
let's talk about air travel.
Once they get to spitting, I'm like, gosh, man, all bets seem like it's off. It seems like all bets are off.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's gross.
Not good.
Not good at all. But it was the worst argument. Hey, you're not black. Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
this isn't a bus. Okay.
That's true.
This is fair. This is not Alabama. Okay, what are we trying to do here? Right? Like, all right, passenger. I mean, I get you, but you have to frame your arguments a little better here.
You're at 30,000 feet. This is international waters. You can do whatever you want.
I guess so.
But if she spit on me, I would just roll up the Sky Mall and I would hand it to my wife and just get out of the way.
There's that too.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it. I mean, we just got off of a plane. Nothing near this incident happened whatsoever on our flight to and from.
Was it
Hawaii,
stressful
period.
though? I would imagine
yeah,
it's stressful.
Absolutely. We also took a story I'll have to tell you at another time, probably over a beer. When we flew from Oahu to Molokai, we had to fly on those single propeller planes, 9-passenger ones.
Yeah, I've only done that like once or twice.
Yeah. I wasn't tripping.
The ones where they have the guy who guesses your weight.
Yeah. Well, you have to tell them your weight, and then they like distribute you all evenly on the plane. I'm like, oh, okay, this will work. This will definitely.
You got everybody on one side, and the Momona guy is on the other side.
Right? They have the heavier people towards the back. And yeah,
the plane is just popping a wheelie on the runway.
I'm saying that's quite the engine. Listen, man, I'm kind of over the whole airplane outburst thing. Like, it's not hot anymore. Like, is it still going platinum?
It's not. That's the threshold. That's just all it is to me. Is that it's become a scientifically proven measurement of the threshold of white stress, I think.
I mean, yeah, like it's like, yo, that's over, man. Like, 2022.
Then again, and I don't know what particular persuasion this woman was, but I read a story about a woman who, I don't know how this happened, but somehow she found out she had tested positive while she was on a flight.
Oh yes, and yeah.
And then she just stayed in the bathroom for the whole flight.
Quarantined in the bathroom, yeah. Yep.
Which is, depending on how dirty the bathroom is, that's kind of a flex because that's more leg room than you're going to get in economy. But
the facts, though,
that's a
the
strong move. It's a team move. She's a team player.
The flight attendants, is that the proper? I don't remember which one is the proper one. I think stewardess is not what you're supposed to say anymore. Anyway, the flight attendants were thanking her. If I said that wrong, please forgive me, flight attendants. I don't know. I forgot which one to use. One is like a pejorative for your job.
I think that's growth.
Well, there you go.
You don't see race.
I don't. No. Yeah. I don't see color.
Above 20,000 feet, I don't see race.
It's over. We're just all shades of gray. Yeah, they were praising her and thanking her for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, be like her. Don't be like this Baywatch, Los Angeles Raiders. Los Angeles Raiders.
Come on, man. That's the last time they won a championship. She wasn't on that team though. She was on the team before the move. I can guarantee it. I don't know what to even say about that. I just know the spitting part is that I'm still like, yee. Brother got some self control, man. You got bad arguments, but you got quite some self control, man. You didn't make the best argument. I mean, okay. Let me just kind of clarify what I'm saying here. Okay, woman has an outburst on the plane. Over a person, anybody has an outburst of the plane, not wanting to take a certain seat while this is going on, whatever, not wanting to follow the rules of the plane. And she says, what am I? Which is like, what? Which is probably where I would start. First of all, what do you mean what? Like, don't you mean who? But anyway, makes that statement, and I jump up out of my seat and go, hey, you're not black. Everybody would be like, that was a missed opportunity. You kind of blew that one.
Yeah.
You kind of wasted that one. You had a good
real
swing,
shot on goal, and you just shanked it.
You just decided to throw it. Yeah, you shot it at the other goal.
Yeah.
What was the value in that response? Oh, man. Yeah, the passenger shot a half-court shot and he thought it was, I was like, whoa, is it 5 seconds left on the clock? Oh, wait, there's a full 12 minutes.
Yeah, quarter just began.
Wow. What
just having fun. Just out there, just having fun.
Yeah, bro. And I screamed, you're not Steph Curry. I mean, obviously, right? All right. Yo, Kev, you ready, man? These are the first Sakota ones of 2022.
The Sakota 1.1s.
The Sakota 1.1s. Yo, we're going to get into this, y'all.
These are really stupid. Oh, my God.
They are really dumb. They are really dumb. I have this segment called the Sakota Ones, and what I do is we normally kind of go through, you guys just listen to the show, we go through the article, we discuss the, in depth, but this is just Kev one-liners or Kev single thoughts on these topics. I will read a headline, generally pretty odd headline, and Kev will respond. You ready, Kev, for the Sakota Ones?
I am.
All right. Texas Department of Security mistakenly sends out Amber Alert for Chucky doll.
Before I give my response, I have to read the first line of this, or one of the first lines of this piece. It says, An alert was published from the Texas Alert System with an Amber Alert for Chucky the doll, and his child was sent out Friday morning. So it was not just Chucky. It was also evidently Chucky has a son.
Chucky. Yeah.
Named Glenn.
And there's a name for him. Yeah. I forgot what the name was, but.
Great name, Glenn.
Yeah. Okay. Glenn. Yeah. Good grief. Hey. Okay. Go ahead.
What?
That picture popped up for some people when they clicked on the Amber Alert. Didn't the article allude to that picture popping up?
I think so.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
It's awesome.
No wonder.
Are you kidding me? If I got that, if I woke up in the morning and that email was sitting there in my inbox amidst all the nonsense that I get every morning that I have to delete, I would sign every email address I own up for that Texas alert system.
Listen, I'm thinking of waking up, being woken up by that Amber Alert sound, blurrily grabbing my phone and just being like, oh, what's going on now? Now I'm up. I'm going to click on this. It's like 2 a.m. and just being like, what in the... And,
I would laugh about this all day long. I tell you something, though. It is Texas, so I don't know about Chucky's whereabouts, but Dollars to Donuts, his son is definitely in a detention center at the border. For sure. 1,000%.
You think Glenn is locked up, huh? Glenn is in a cage somewhere, huh?
Glenn is getting roughed up.
Our new conservative fan base.
Glenn is wrapped up in an aluminum blanket right now. That's what's going on with Glenn. Glenn's in bad shape.
Oh man, it turned out to be the IT department. Just to show you, every IT department, man, it's a sense of humor that you're not.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it turned out to be the IT department. It was supposed to be a test that they actually sent live on accident, but it was supposed to. They were using this as a test, and they sent the test out.
Well, I guess it's better than sending out an actual kid's picture.
True, very true. Yeah.
Can you imagine your kid is right next to you and you get that, and then you realize you're about to have a real long day? It's like we were about to go Christmas shopping, but I guess that's not happening now.
Nope. Kid doesn't want to leave the house. All right. Speaking of kind of spooky things, just sticking along with this theme. These would have been great for Halloween, but who wants to wait that long? So the in parentheses definitely may be haunted. Definitely may be haunted. The house that inspired The Conjuring just hit the market for $1.2 million, Kev. Not the house that was filmed, the house that inspired it. Possibly
so
haunted.
The actual haunted house.
The actual haunted house.
Yeah, I when I read this, I realized I had seen this listing on YTHG TV.
Hey, what's that show? Is it called? Was it called This Old House or something like that? Can you imagine?
This hella old house,
right? One of our cameramen, while filming this, lost their soul. But we went on and we fixed up the basement. So, thanks, John. It's always a John.
Oh yeah,
it's awful, Kev. Kev, you buy this house or no? 1.2 million. You got money to burn.
I got money to burn.
You got money to burn, man. You got.
I got money to burn. I'm going to burn this house. Walk in this house and wake up one night and Chip and Joanna Gaines just pop out, burning crosses and stuff, throwing Bibles at me, just getting hit in the face with Bibles. Just good wholesome HGTV fun.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
No
just
way!
You wake up and suddenly you've just been thrown in conversion therapy by Chip and Joanna Gaines. It's like I don't think this is a thing. I don't know if we need this.
Marjorie Taylor.
It's a nice house though. Did you look at the house?
No, I looked at the outside picture or whatever. It just looked like a
It looks like a perfectly charming house. It has a wooden toilet though.
Wait, what?
It has a wooden toilet. That's enough to scare me away.
Right?
I would be like, this is great. I could put the studio over here. We can have that could be the office. And then walk into the bathroom and say, like, oh,
we're out of here.
Wooden toilet.
Those are the blood-curdling screams you hear at night that you think are ghosts or demons.
Splinters.
Splinters. Somebody sitting on the toilet.
Demon splinters. That's if you go on Twitter and you see @DemonSplinters, that's definitely Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh man. Oh,
at Demon Splinters. Kwanzaa is psycho.
She's yeah. I'm the psychopath. Yeah. This is how that movie ends. We all figured the plot out in this one. You're the crazy one. Yeah, man. We're not chasing down Kwanzaa, you're the idiot. I will end this or extend the nonsense of the segment by telling you. So I follow my city's Facebook group, right? West Covina. It's called West Covina Buzz. And there's very, very particular strict rules in there, like no political arguing, blah, blah, blah. That's the only reason I can actually stick around in it. But someone posted a video of their front porch and said, we got a visitor last night. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be one of those things, like a coyote or a homeless person or whatever, right?
It was a ghost.
Well, it was a what they considered an orb, right? And people are commenting like, oh, that's an orb. What a nice orb. And I'm like, that is the reflection of something, probably an insect, in front of it. Like, what? Are we doing? We're doing this. People really were like, and my grandmother visited me once, and my cousin said they saw the orbs, and I'm like, what in the Marjorie Taylor Greene is happening in this city? So I considered moving. I considered who my neighbors were and was like, I think I should move now. Yo, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna try to download the video because you'd have to join the group to see it. So I'm gonna download the video and send it to you just so you can go. Wait,
I'm just gonna go and watch the Leprechaun video. You remember the YouTube Leprechaun?
Yes.
Just for balance, just for a little balance. Maybe it was an orb. After all, they didn't say what the orb was. It was just an orb. Maybe it was Jewish space lasers. Who knows?
They were justifying it by saying, and we've been hearing, scratching noises and movement in the walls at night, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
gotta put out the trash,
right? So no one knows what mice are, or we just maybe it could be squirrels. Could be squirrels. I'm gonna try to find.
What if it's squirrel ghosts?
There you have it. Every time we talk about squirrels on this show, which has been more than a few times, I always make the mistake of bringing up Chip and Dale, who are not squirrels. They are chipmunks.
Oh.
So this time...
I thought you were talking about the male strip club.
I was not. And
which
that shouldn't have
I
crossed
don't
your
remember
mind.
you doing. Oh.
I always bring up Chip and Dale, the Disney character chipmunks. And this time I caught myself. So
good for you.
2022 is showing growth. All right. Kevin, any further comments
You're real
about this?
National Geographic over there.
I'm working on it. I am working on it. We still have to discuss on this show whether on the Lion King Scar ate Simba's father or whatever, but we'll discuss that as well. So anyhow, I've never watched the movie, so I don't know. I think those are Mufasa is the main character. Anyway, Kev, by the way, I'm assuming that you watched the tennis as a sport that you've been watching. You haven't been watching any other sports, right?
I haven't watched any tennis.
Oh, okay. I mean, usually when I ask you if you've been watching any sports, you usually bring up tennis. That's usually what you guys are watching. No. You haven't caught it.
There was a little bit of football on yesterday.
Okay.
My wife decided that she wanted my daughter to watch figure skating, so that was quiet time for me.
Well, it's quiet time for everyone.
So yeah, it's good.
All right. I'm just curious, man. I gotta check and see if where the barometer is here on the sports watching. All right, y'all.
It's pretty low. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Yo, check it out, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. I am your homeboy Trek Life, and that over there is your fam Kev Sakota. Sports. Oh, gridiron. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Red rum, gridiron. If you like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you like to catch us on your television, you can go to BTSN, that's Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on that Apple channel, and we are right there with plenty of other dope content. BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. And we are out of here like last year on the count of three. We say peace. What's up, Kev?
Oh, and one thing real quick.
Sure.
A link to the Preem Clientele mixtape is up on rapsucksradio.com, and I think I figured out how to stream it. So there's an updated streaming link.
Okay, you didn't explain to me.
That might be gone by tomorrow. Who knows?
It might be. Yo, for those of y'all who don't know what that is, Kev did a 17-hour premiere mix. All of the heat from Preem, all of it is on there. It got me through part of the flight home. So yeah,
it's too much for Mixcloud though. Mixcloud. How do you break Mixcloud? Mixcloud will let you publish a mixtape that's just instructions on how to break out of Alcatraz, step by step. But God forbid you put 5 Afu Ra songs on an 18-hour mixtape.
Nope. They're like, wait, what? How did that happen?
What? Then it's knife crime all day long.
Yo, Afu Ra was one of the dopest performances I ever saw at Unity, though.
Oh, word.
Oh, man, he bodied Unity. Woo, he bodied it at the El Hacienda. That was one of, I was a fan.
I saw a lot of the shows at the El Hacienda. I remember a few of them.
Dragging the show on the Most Def show is the one I remember the most.
I don't think I was there. We talked about this. I don't like it when you bring that up because I don't like the fact that I wasn't there.
Yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. On the count of 3, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
We out of here, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yep.